Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to spending time with Gregory. And I wanted to talk today about you can do it. It's easy for me to say, if I could do it, you could do it. I didn't want to say that, but you hear people say, if you can do it, I can do it. And I was thinking about this all last night, and I was up kind of early, and that topic came to mind. You can do it. You can do it. And for the past 12 years, I've thought to myself, I can do it. Now, all my life, I've been told by my elementary school teacher, my family members. In high school, I was told by coaches, I was told by my peers, people that I graduated with, you can do it. But until I was 47 years old, I didn't realize that I could do it. You'll hear some of the stories that I've had to encounter in my life, because this is like my third or fourth video I'm sharing. A lot of the videos that I share are just my views, my life. I'm not here on here to debate with anybody, or really debate with anybody, or get into politics or get anything like that. And you'll see me in different surroundings. I like to fish, so you'll see me fishing sometimes. You'll see me riding my bike sometimes, and you'll see me out in the Everglades. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so you'll see me around this area, and I'll be posting videos, what they say on YouTube, posting content, basically. But it's all about, my journey on how I was able to, I can do it. I can really do it. I realized that at 47 that I could do it. I went back to school and decided to, get my bachelor's in psychology. And now, I'm working on my master's in social work. Right now I'm sitting in my truck and I'm getting ready to go to my internship, working on my MSW. And in my mind, it keeps coming to mind that, hey, I can do it. I can do it. And I work with people that have been through the same, life challenges that I've been through, and I tell them that, you can do it. You can overcome, a lot of things that are going on, in your life, and make changes, and be a better person, and that's what I seek to do on a day-to-day basis. Be a better person, with my family, with my coworkers, at my internship. I work in school probably 7 days out of the week, and it's not a whole lot of money in it today, but the fact that I'm helping people get over the what I've been through is important to me today. At some point, the challenges that I face today are not a whole lot. People say, a lot of my friends say that, you're like a loner, by yourself, or introvert. You go in your room and you go in your, space, and you don't come out, and you just stay there. And maybe I do, and maybe I just feel comfortable, being by myself at times. But like I said, the topic of this discussion today is you can do it, and you can change your life. You can do better things, and I'm realizing that on a day-to-day basis. As I leave this parking, my yard, and I go to this place and I know that I'm going to interact with people that have faced some of the same challenges that I've faced, and they can be a better person to their husbands, to their wives, to their kids, to their family. Just make those certain changes, and back to the point that, this is all nothing's rehearsed here. Nothing's rehearsed. This is just me coming off my head, wanted to talk to you guys. It's almost like a diary for me. A diary for me. They say write in a diary what's going on with you today. I'm telling you on video what's going on with me and how what I went through can help you. And it's spending time with Gregory, basically. And if I can encourage you to do better, encourage you to make changes in your life. One of the key things I tell people that I had to do to change was change my behavior, the way I treat people. Now, I sometimes I falter. I'm not perfect, but I try to work on my behavior. I work on how I treat people. I work on how I treat my peers, how I treat my coworkers. I try to be the best person I could be on a day-to-day basis. You see a lot of stuff going on in the world today, but if you focus on yourself and what you need to do to be a better person, you'll find yourself helping people, and life's challenges will become a lot easier. They become a lot easier. I look forward to spending more time, talking with you guys. It's my diary, talking with you guys and not really being a part of your life, but just giving you some of my views, and it's all focused on me, not on, what I needed to do to make changes in my life. Now, I like to do a lot of things. I like to, I'm an outdoor person. I like to go to, parks. I like to go to events, not heavy social events, but just, bicycle to events and stuff like that. You'll notice that on my page. I've just put this page together, and, I'm sitting here in my parking lot talking to you guys today, and hopefully, I'll be able to talk to you. And it's off the cuff. It's not, it's me coming from my heart, coming from, hey, Greg, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? What can you do to be a better person? What can you do to help people? And, one of the key things to helping people is listening to them, listening. You find out a lot about people by just listening to a person, listening, just sitting there listening. And I didn't realize that, because, I always talked, I always, wanted to be a part of that conversation, but just sitting there and listening, and you find out a lot about that person. Is this a person I want to, really have conversation with all the time? Is this somebody I want to, talk to on a day-to-day basis? Or is this somebody I just want to listen to, and I do that in my field today. I listen to people. I listen to, what they have to say, and in turn, I tell them about me, what I do to stay sane, what I do to stay focused on my life. You'll see I have a couple of videos out now, and I'll be putting some more out. So if you like, real raw content, like, me off the cuff, not doing any research or doing anything, just talking to you, I want you to subscribe, and you'll see when I have videos coming out. Thank you for letting me share that, guys. You have a great day, and I'm going to get here and go get to my internship. You guys have a good day. Bye now.